Stimulus is any form of energy that is capable of exciting the nervous system. For example, light, heat, or odor. Production occurs in all sensory systems and happens when receptor cells transform stimuli into neural impulses. An absolute threshold is the minimum amount of stimulation necessary to produce a sensation.
Here are some examples of an absolute threshold. A difference threshold is the minimum amount of stimulus change needed for two stimuli to be perceived as different. A just noticeable difference is the amount of stimulus needed before a difference threshold can be detected.
Wavelength is the distance from the crest of one wave to the crest of another. Amplitude is the height of the wave. The larger the amplitude, the brighter the light appears. Purity is the number of wavelengths that make up the light. The fewer the wavelengths, the purer the light. The lens is the transparent structure that bends the entering light so it falls directly on the retina, which is a thin piece of tissue in the back of the eye with 115 million specialized nerve cells. The pupil is the opening in the iris that adds capacity to change size in order to control the amount of light that enters the eye. And the cornea is the transparent outer covering of the lens and iris that allows light to enter the eye.
Without rods, you would be able to see in the daylight, but you would be blind at night. And without cones, you would be able to see normal light, but it would be painful and you would lack color vision. They both transduce light into neural impulses and send them to the brain. The fovea is a small indentation in the center of the retina that is directly opposite of the pupil. It contains over 50,000 cones. The blind spot is a small area of the retina with no rods or cones.
The cochlea is the small snail-shaped tube in which fluid vibrates with receptor cells for hearing. It is located in the inner ear. Hair cells are fine hairs that bend as fluid travels through the cochlea, and they transduce sound into neural impulse. The tympanic membrane is the eardrum, and it separates the outer ear from the middle ear. The pinna is in the outer ear, and it funnels sound waves.
The ossicles are the inside of the eardrum that is connected to three small bones: the malleus, which is the hammer, the incus, which is the anvil, and the stapes, which is the stirrups. The 5 primary types of taste are sweet, sour, bitter, salty, and umami. Conduction deafness is middle ear deafness. The bones in the middle ear do not transmit sound waves properly. This can be caused by disease or infections and fixed by hearing aids. Nerve deafness is inner ear deafness. It is damage to the cochlear hair cells and the auditory nerve.
What?
Aids do not help because they are caused by disease and pregnancy or old age. It can also be due to exposure to loud sounds. Electronic ear can help, but there's trouble hearing high sounds and low sounds.
You're touching me!
I'm not touching you.
You're touching me!
Not touching.
Touching me!
Touch is the direct mechanical stimulation of dendrites.
'Cause you're hot and you're cold, yes, then you're no.
The warmth and the cold are two separate senses. The warmth is stimulated from the cold.
These are the Gestalt laws of organization and perception.
Binocular cues are cues that rely on both eyes working together. Monocular cues are cues that are registered by each eye independently. Examples are below.
But I'm just in motion.
This is an example of a shape illusion. The parallel lines seem to be bending. An example of the size illusion. The dot on the right looks bigger than the dot on the left when they are actually the same size.
Perceptual set is seeing what you are set to see. It is influenced by what you expect.
Baby, I'ma be a motivation.
Motivation is perceiving what we need or want.
An experience can alter the way an organism perceives the world. The tympanic membrane is in the eardrum, and oh no, it is the eardrum.
A difference threshold is the minimum amount of stimulus change needed for
Rods are transducing light into neural impulses sent to the brain. Cones are transducing light into neural impulses also sent to the brain. What?
ready?
Go.